Good morning. Have you got your cuppa? Hope so, because this is cuppa and a chat time, and we are going to talk today about why I started a YouTube channel. So good morning, welcome to you. There's quite a mind-blowing story here that we're going to go into today, and it talks about Egypt, an artist, the law of attraction, and YouTube. Are you hooked? I hope so. Stay tuned. This is going to be quite an interesting and eclectic kind of weird story today. I have my cup, today's cup of choice. I like this one. This is cute, isn't it? And I do need to drink coffee because, as you can see today, I look really tired this morning and I feel it, and you can even hear it in my voice, can't you? So this cough thing's still going on, but apparently it was pneumonia. Apparently it wasn't corona. We'll find out one of these days. So law of attraction was the thing, right, that changed my life, which is why I started this YouTube channel, ultimately. So what happened was, there's a lovely lady that I know who I used to cut her hair, and we was having a chat while I was doing her hair, talking about my weight. I was struggling with my weight, and you saw that in the last video. I'll link all of them down there anyway. Talking about the gluten, and I've got some questions of yours to answer. I promise you I will get to that probably later today. Some of you have asked about the nutrition thing, and anyway, I will get back to you, I promise. That's going to be really soon, because I know some of you out there are struggling and you want my help, which I'm really happy to give you. So yeah, I was cutting her hair and struggling to lose weight, and she said to me, well, you need to start thinking about losing weight and wishing it and dreaming about being a certain weight. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I thought she was talking about a complete load of rubbish. Checking the time, it's very early. Today it's plasterers in the house. I might actually, let me know if you want this. I was going to talk about doing why we're doing this renovation. There's quite a story to it. It's linked to dementia as well, and so I don't know if you're interested in hearing about that. But yeah, so I was like, what are you talking about? And she showed me The Secret, and she read a passage from it about wishing for things, and I was like, what the heck? I was just like, no, I don't know really what you're talking about. I had never been raised with a glass half full mentality. I'd been raised with a glass half empty mentality. So to me, this was something completely new. Here I was in my 30s thinking, what is this lady telling me? Anyway, I was intrigued, so I started to look into it, and she started to tell me a lot more, which I'm forever in her debt, because it literally has been life-changing. But let me tell you, when you discover the law of attraction, there are ups and there are downs, because trying to unlearn everything you've ever known, weird. But anyway, so the long and the short of it is this. I wanted everybody to know, and I didn't realise how many people did already know. I just thought everyone was sitting there thinking, like me, oh, good things aren't made for people like us, and life is, life is hard and it's a struggle. And I don't necessarily disagree with that completely. I mean, there are definitely challenges. I thought that was wind. It's a motorbike. Yeah, so definitely are challenges. But I was like really passionate, because I'd gone through my life up to then with blinkers on, and all at the same time the gluten thing happened. So I became gluten-free, lost all my weight, stopped being so bloated, and I was just like, crikey, this is mad. So life did literally turn around completely, and unfortunately it partly cost me my marriage as well, which was quite sad. But I did become quite a different person, and I do think sometimes things are meant to be for whatever reason. So yeah, my mindset was so different, and I was just like, you know what, I want people to know about this. And I've always been a writer. I've always been on this path of getting books out there. And I was like, do I write a book like it, which I have now gone on and done, because I think The Secret is quite hard to unravel. So I wrote this book which tried to make it a little bit more simple. Anyway, I was then started to venture into YouTube, and I'll tell you why. There's a lady called Chick, also known as, well, her real name is Castro, and she's from Australia. And I've told you her stories before on here, how she manifests so many things. She even manifested Oprah Winfrey knocking on her front door and going in for a taco night. It was a complete surprise to Megan, and now she's ended up being the Oprah Australia correspondent. Anyway, I stumbled across one of her videos talking about celiac disease, and it was just like one of these videos. And she was sat there saying, putting a real positive twist on it, saying the word disease attached to it, it sounds so, oh my goodness. And I think obviously I've got Crohn's, which is a disease, and that is something that you have to be really careful with. But that's separate to Crohn's. I mean, sorry, separate to celiac. You can, I think, have the same. But anyway, so I stumbled across her video and watched her chatting about that, and I started to get to know her a bit more. And I actually met her. She came over to London, and I actually met her, and I met all these other ladies on this lunch that we went for, and they were all inspiring people, worlds apart from me and where I was, because they'd lived their whole lives like this. They'd probably grown up with parents telling them, you know, you can achieve your dreams, and I hadn't. Mine had been the complete opposite. And I'll give you a bit of a story, actually this might be for another time, about my career choices, what I thought you had to do, you know, because I'd seen my parents work on a factory line, and I just sort of thought that was what you had to do. You had to go there to earn enough money to pay your bills, and that was it. That was what your life was about. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness me. It's so sad to think. Anyway, of course you've got to get that balance right, and now I've instilled into my children you can live your dreams, and there's that fine balance between you've got to be practical and do this. Anyway, I'm going off into another tangent rather than telling this story. So then I was like, how am I gonna get this out there? And I met another couple of ladies through Megan, and they had YouTube channels, and they were sitting there talking about all sorts of things. And one of them, she was an artist. Batty is a fruitcake, a bit like me, and she would make these videos that were bonkers. And I looked at them and I thought, if she can do that, why can't I do that? People can put up anything. And some of my older videos, in fact, I'll try and link one here. It said Happy 11/11. It was the 11th of the 11th, 2011. And I was bouncing around. I just come out of the swimming pool, my hair was all wet. I sat in this lovely armchair that Barbara gave me, actually, thinking about it now. And I was just like, wow, life, and I was like that. And so I was inspired by these other ladies who were putting these videos out that I thought were weird, you know, a little bit balmy. And I thought, well, why not? You know, it's a platform that anybody can put anything out on that they want to. And I mean, I've got people that follow me now that ask for advice about starting YouTube, and their channels are, you know, so unique to them. And that's what I love about this platform. You know, you can't watch a daily vlog and it be exactly the same from one person. It's so different, and I love that. And so that's why I decided to start the YouTube channel, because I wanted to tell other people about law of attraction. Of course, now that's gone on to it's Monday's video, Motivational Monday, is going to be about the being taken downstream towards your dreams. And mine, definitely, every time I post something about, even with this series, I post something about travel, anything to do with travel, and people are on it, it always gets more views. So I'm being led to say, right, you need to be on this channel talking about your travel, and, you know, going here, going there. So obviously with the food qualifications and everything behind me, and the allergen stuff, I can go to these places and say, right, you can eat this, this and this for your situation, as well as just vlog it for people that want to just go generally. So that's all good. So yeah, it's taken a real journey, but I started in 2011, so next year it will be my 10-year anniversary on YouTube. And yes, it's just amazing. And every single time you watch, you click, you like, you watch to the end, like you have done here, so thank you, you are precious. Then it, you know, it helps me, and it supports my channel, and it helps me to know that I'm going towards achieving my goals, while hopefully helping some of you to just have that mindset shift slightly, to think, you know what, if she can do it, so can I. And whatever that is, I'm not talking about YouTube specifically, but yeah. So I probably need to crack on and let you crack on with your day. It's 7:20 in the morning, and it's very windy and blustery here in Kent, and there's loads to do. So do go watch this 11:11 video, because it's quite funny, and you see how different I am. And I will look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video, which I don't know what it's going to be yet, but love you lots. Thank you for being here, and take care of you. See you. Bye for now.